Hey, what's going on, family? How you guys doing today? It's Brother Toby coming at y'all in another live stream video or YouTube video. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel if you would like so. Click the subscription button, notification bell. That way you can always see when I'm going live and whatnot. Okay, I'm kind of walking whether or not too compliant, but I'm gonna go ahead and get my steps in for the day anyway. So check this out. I just want to talk real quick about. I want to have a real candid conversation about relationships, and I want to have a candid conversation about expectations. Funny thing is, as I'm getting older, the more and more I'm beginning to see how there's a lot of unreal expectations on men and women in relationships. All right, what I mean by that, there's a lot of things I can undress in this video, but here's the main issues that I tend to overhear people talk about in relationships, especially in marriages. The older I get, the more and more I see people getting divorced. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. Especially when you get married to do life with a person, but then they have either ulterior motives or they're not in it for like the long haul. They're in it for what they want to benefit from it. And then they kind of leave the person that wants to have done it for good reasons out on the woodwork. And that's not fair to that person. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to say is this real quick. If you desire to get married, first of all, let me tell you what the Bible says about marriage, right? God says in his word that he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Notice it says he who finds a good wife, which means that women, it is not your duty to perform what's called build a man. What's that mean? If you know this guy is a piece of crap, all right, from jump, and you feel like you want to have a build a man project, and then you're mad because your plan, your scheme didn't come out to what you wanted it to be, then guess what? If the outcome didn't come out to be how you wanted it, then it's your fault. How's it your fault? Because easy. If you knew this guy wasn't nothing to begin with, why are you expecting a different outcome? Why are you allowing your pride and your ego to outrule your logic? Think about that for a second. Like, if it's a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it acts like a duck, you think that I'm going to expect it to be a lion and roar and hunt and, collect wild game? No. I'm not going to expect that because it's a duck. I expect it to fly. I expect the ducks to swim. And all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So why are we putting expectations on people that we know that we're not going to get the perceived benefit from or their idealistic goal from? Why are we putting unrealistic expectations on people? That's one thing. One reason why marriages fail is because we put people in the place of being God. And that's one thing I've learned and I saw over my time. If I'm wrong, somebody please let me know in the comments. Why is it that we put unrealistic goals, godlike goals on human people? I'm a human. I tell everybody from jump, do not put me on a pedestal, please. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you feel about me. But at the end of the day, do not put me on a pedestal because I'm fallible. I'm faltered. I'm a man. I get angry. I have my emotions, and the whole nine. So that being said, this will be days where I'm going to be off. I'm not always going to be in a good mood. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if you expect me to be perfect, then stop that. Don't expect me to be perfect, because I'm not perfect at all, by no means. So that's the one thing that I would say is there's quite a bit of unrealistic expectations for people. Second category is sex. I'm gonna go there. Some people expect the sexual aspect of a relationship to be there. You know, my parents are kind of old school or whatnot. I'm semi-old school. Granted, I have an old soul, but at the end of the day, I'm able to empathize with some modernistic views. But do I totally agree with all of them? No, I don't. Because I don't see traditionalism as a poison. Some people are so against the traditional mindset of relational values to where it taints something that's actually good. And so it's a saying that goes, if it's not broke, then don't fix it. Period. So there's certain values in which I as a man still hold strongly to. I would say at least 90% of it as what I would believe in a woman, you know. But when I watch these podcasts online and I see how there's one podcast I was looking at, right? And there's one guy, it's a bunch of women. A lot of these women were modernistic, right? But yet they wanted traditional men. Traditional man is a man who has no kids. Is a man who has all the things that people desire: good credit, good money, good job, income sources, no kids, no drama. But yet they weren't virgins. They had multiple sexual partners, and they didn't know how to cook. They could dress their tails off. That's fine, because you know we're men, so we're very, very visual. But you think some of those women think that being disrespectful is attractive, and it's not. So there's a lot of issues that come, I would say, in lieu of that. End of the day, listen, right? Both people want to come home to peace. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to come home to a place where it's violent, it's dramatic, it's traumatic and dramatic. I'm a man of peace myself, right? So at the end of the day, if I already had a hard day at work, do you think I'm gonna come home to a hard day at home? No, I'm not. I want to be able to burn some incense, put on some worship instrumentals. Excuse me if I squint my eyes. It's misty rain hitting me in my face, so excuse me. I want my wife or my woman or my girlfriend, whoever it may be, to be the person that can accommodate me as to what I'm going through. Now, the thing is, only person that's needed in your life is God. God, and if you have kids, you need your kids. You know what I'm saying? Kids are very beautiful. They didn't ask to be here, you know? So I know my son is very young. He's 7. My daughter, she'll be 6 in July. Or, excuse me, June. Excuse me. So, that being said, they need me as of this point in time. Right? As a father. Because there's a lot of lessons in life that I gotta show them. Right? So, that being said, they need me. I need them. They're too young to fend for themselves. So until they get to a point in time to where I can release them, and this is a side note, by the way, then okay, it's fine. But until then, no, I can't. I can't just throw them out to the wolves and expect them to fend for themselves, because they're not going to make it. And that's very, very detrimental to me as a father and as a parent, you know? So that's that. So, some people have some type of sexual expectation. Like, especially with men, we expect, okay, we get married, we're all going to have sex every single day, every hour. No, it's not like that, because women have different periods in their life, where they're different women in their 20s, they're different women in their 30s, 40s, you know. Menopause may take place for some women at a certain point in time. All kinds of stuff goes on, you know what I'm saying? And for men, we have our own challenges. So, what I'm saying is, you can't follow society's stipulations for relational goals. You can't. You got to learn your partner. You got to learn, okay, And this is why you got to go to God for everything. Don't go to society, because you go to society, you're going to be disappointed every single time. I'm telling you this right now. Society will let you down as far as your relational goals. All right. So if you believe in society's way of doing life, then you're going to fail. Hold on one second, jet passing by. All right, so yeah, so at the end of the day, if you feel like, you know, you go to society for your goals and you're gonna be out disappointed every single time. So what you want to do is go to God, ask God, you know, to give you a helpmeet that is suitable for you. Okay, so my third and final point. I don't want to make the video long, at least 15 minutes tops. So last final point is going to the Lord and understanding that society will make you believe the fact that you're lonely. Listen, I tell all of my single friends all the time, glory be to God that you're single. Why? Because you're free. Yes, there's a difference in being lonely. There's a difference in having solitude. Solitude is a building point for any person. All right, solitude is a point to where you're building, you're growing, you're learning yourself, you're stewarding what God has given you. Loneliness is detrimental because in your loneliness you can do some of the dumbest things ever, and you can hurt yourself, and you can end up getting into all kinds of relationships that are not of value to you. And so you could be a lined up person who just wants to take and use you for whatever they want. Not about what you want, but what they want. And then once they're done with you, okay, I'm done with you. Get out of my face. And then now what? You're more damaged. You're more battered. Do you know how many battered people I met in my life because of what other people have done to them, but because of what society has said? They said, you know what? I don't want to be lonely, so let me just keep making this person who don't deserve what the last person did to me a punching bag. I remember I was in a relationship with somebody, with a young lady some years ago, where I was literally her punching bag. It got to the point to where I was so fed up. I said, hey man, listen, I'm not your punching bag, bro. So if you want to keep treating me this way, keep doing this, then I gotta let you go. Because I got tired. And that's an additional point I want to add. People get tired of being treated a certain way. I don't care if you're a Christian, I don't care if you're a Muslim, a Hindu, whatever. I don't care what your faith or your background is. Everybody gets tired. God himself got tired. And guess what happened when God got tired of humanity acting a fool? He allowed it to rain 40 days and 40 nights. He chose a man named Noah and his family to restart the human population. Why? Because not that God regretted making man, but because God got tired of seeing the evil and the sin and the messiness that humankind was doing at that point in time. So people will get tired of going through certain things. So again, if you're not getting this from my video, man, get this. Don't allow society to create a standard for your living. Take what's good. Take what is wholesome. The Bible says, you know, meditate on things that are above, right? So I'm a Christian. I know one day I'm going to pass on. This human body is going to die. That's cool. I get that. It's part of the human dynamic. You're born once, you die once. You know, I'm going to be in heaven where God is. But if I wasn't a Christian, I would die twice. Meaning that I would die in this physical form, then I would die again, and I'll be in hell, well, where the devil is, right? And that's terrible. That's very, very terrible. But luckily, I know God, and Jesus is my you know, I have a relationship with Jesus, I'm good. I'm saved. I am saved. I'm being saved, and I will be saved. Just say it on your own, right? So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is this: understand that Lord help me. Man, this is crazy when you walk and you try to do a video, impromptu video, forgive me. Yeah, just understand that that it's okay to be alone. Like, it's okay to be in solitude. It's okay to be single. I can't stress enough how important it is to be single, and how important it is. Matter of fact, all right, I'm gonna end on this note. My good brother, I'm not gonna say his name on camera. He knows who he is. If he ever comes across this video, he'll know what I'm talking about. He gave me some Proverbs type wisdom, and he's married now. He has a very prominent partner, awesome wife, man, beautiful wife, internally and externally, right? I said it with all the respect, but it's because I see so much of a similarity in both of these two people. And so she matches his purpose in life. See, men, you got to get somebody that's going to match your purpose. All right. I remember I made many videos ago. I said something like this: a man is not found by what he does. His identity is not what he does. It's more so about who he is. And so you'll find out more about who you are when you actually commit to your work on this earth. You commit to your purpose. That's where you're gonna find your identity. You see what I'm saying? And so you got a lot of men who are very talented, who are very good at doing a lot of things, but at the end of the day, they still don't know their purpose. I remember I heard Kurt Franklin said some years ago, when he did his interview on the Breakfast Club, they asked him, you know, about what he thought about Michael Jackson, right? Michael Jackson, king of pop. He said, oh yeah, he's the king of pop. He did this, blah, blah, blah. But then Kurt Franklin said, that's what he did. But who was he? And when I heard those words, that stuck out to me. Because a lot of people are more prominent in articulating in what they do instead of who they are. So, at the end of the day, before you get in any relationship with any other human being or heart and soul, you got to know who you are and whose you are. See, I know whose I am. And I'm at a point to where I'm like 98% of who I am. You know, I know who I am now. And because I know who I am, I don't settle for less. And once you realize that you don't need to settle for less, then you're going to settle for God's best. You don't want better. You want the best out of life, man. Real talk, okay? So I'm getting wetter right now, man. I ain't trying to get sick, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. But like I said, I felt led to just do this video, man. Very impromptu video. Excuse me how I look. I know my hair's a mess. I'm all wet. And, you know, it's all good. But at the end of the day, man, I love you guys. Thank you for watching, man. Peace and God bless. Shalom.